Man, here we are, getting ready to play Divinity Original Sin. So I played a little bit last night, and I lied to you. It is absolutely not identical to Baldur's Gate at all. Still though, I think you'll enjoy it. Let's see how I can change the color.
I'm ready.
Chloroform. That's nice. God damn it.
Meet you. You're not trying to escape, are you?
That's kind of dope. Jesus, that's awesome. I don't know what I want to be. I guess we'll start as a fighter. and thus we start Sanders' story.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So, it wasn't a dream after all. Animals die. Freight or food.
I've already done the tutorial, so I kind of know what's going on.
Get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed, loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? You here to... Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. Those idiots can't even walk straight without mucking it up. Was it Riggs? I bet it was Riggs. Can't just leave the prisoner alone, though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Some offence intended. You hear that, Emoir? We're taking a walk. Come on. And keep your hands where I can see them. Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
So the game kind of works off of action points. So like it's my turn, so I have action points that I can spend.
That's one problem solved. A dead Magister.
So much
Somebody
for a
will have to
peaceful
take the
stroll.
blame for this. And it won't be me.
And yes, I am wearing a bucket as a helmet.
Empty.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
And that's your tutorial. Although I've already done it, so I'm not getting the tutorial tips.
My, these smelling salts are strong stuff.
Empty.
Okay.
It seems as though there's a Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking shots with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. No lesions, no trauma.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder. Not with that collar on you, aren't. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear.
There you are, husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself and nods pointedly at the excited
Who indeed? Why, my name is, Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeve.
The children break out into giggles.
I say, it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and get, and maybe I'll...
she turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You'd presume right. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorant thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run as quickly as they came. The clouds clear.
Good luck, Chief.
All right.
You're a human, like me. That means we're friends already. My mum told me not to make friends with lizards and elves and dwarves and stuff.
Little Polly, your mom's a
I
racist.
think they're okay. Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer.
You look like my daddy. His name is...
Oh, hush now, little child.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound...
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates. Don't worry, honey.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Ooh.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you quite...
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue.
You were in a cellar with others. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together. Of course it is. The truth's right, but don't you worry, darling. Your secret. I don't lick and...
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach.
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The fellow cocks his ear.
That isn't anger. It's
He cocks his ear to the...
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my... That's all you hear, though. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the...
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means... Pardon my beard. That means, if we've been travelling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll have you right over the side of the ship with no indeed, boy.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard. Gold...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Ask what you must. I've
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on it.
There's a killer about. If you'll be pardoning me, I'll...
You one of them? A divine order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell.
The lizard looks you up and down, like all of a sudden he grips you firmly by the chin, in the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I'm inspecting your teeth, in case that wasn't spectacularly obvious. There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach.
It was one of them. I know it.
On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic. A bag is as good as a shirt, kind of. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art, the very basic. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions. As per your own testimony, you can cook and groom. You have the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown's still. Beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave. You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. Rein in your impertinence, will you? I'm a fair man, but I won't spare the rod. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duty.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat.
Never thought you'd end up in prison, guard.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I am reading. My book is in my hands. My face turned away from you. Perhaps my eye.
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats.
No, they are working quite adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really. Ah, yes. My name is Fane. I am a scholar. It is pleasurable to meet you. Is there? Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single... It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale, and tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have... No. This text tells me that they created all creatures. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the... Of course. Now, please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering.
I've never dined on anything less than a dozen courses, and I don't intend to do away.
There has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Sing us a song, I know you can.
Be good, you scallywags.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you have put a
Name?
knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
Well, you aren't here on my list.
They don't care cattle to them.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his...
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. Ifan seems amused at the gesture, but he bats your arm down.
You served? Me too. A long, long time ago now. Long before Source became reason to leave.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck.
Pinches less that way.
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion. But Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, so wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel even...
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down...
Away with you!
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lip.
Nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was carrying.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well,
So I'm going to say that he is our Asterian.
maybe that has the Magister's more concern and more appetite.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? Of course I do. Seems Voidwalk can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no... You'll see. You head on in now. Williams will get...
You are Jill, aren't you? Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill. You seem on edge, officer.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking Magisters. They keep the...
So you admit it, then? Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the...
She turns her head.
And there are others whose lives... Good God! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet. It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick up.
She reaches for her collar and...
I'm just about to... Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precise.
Oh.
What's happened?
before this thing snaps into splinters. Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
You know what I should probably do?
Thank the gods! What a
He eyes the collar circling your neck.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy bench.
He whispers loudly to the other.
Don't just cower there, Rix.
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand. The Magisters look to each other, then back to you.
Your lies end.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick!
holding on the hull!
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply it doesn't budge. The door groans open.
Something's breaking through! What in the hell's are those things? Gods, I need to get off. Get out of here now!
Oh. Nice position, not doing that. Actually, on that note, I'm gonna cut it short because I need to start getting ready to go to the farm. Alright. Well, that's a start.